Shalom, shalom. Today we're going to be working on Tzitzit again, or Tzitzit, or Tzitzit. Today, specifically, we're going to be doing the DNA or double helix braid version of it, or really, I suppose it's my version of that, even to that level, because the people I watched make this originally did not braid this, and I think I'm definitely going to keep this braid going on throughout everything I do. But anyway, I've already done 3 of them. Right, those will be in a short for later. We're going to do this one. And as you can see, we already put some beautiful little bead on it. So that's what we'll do with those. And then, as we did previously, we'll just read real quick where we can find this in our Bible. So, I'm in Mark chapter 6. We'll start in 53. And having passed over, they came to the land of Gennesaret and drew to shore. And when they came out of the boat, he was immediately recognized, and all that neighborhood ran about, and began to carry about on beds those who were sick to wherever they heard he was. And wherever he went, into villages and cities, or the country, they were laying the sick in the marketplaces, and begging him to let them touch, if only the tzitzit of his garment, and as many as touched him were healed. Who is this him? It's Jesus. Why is he wearing them? Because God, Yahweh, commanded it in Numbers. Specifically, Numbers 15. Specifically, Numbers 15. We'll start in 37. And Yahweh spoke to Moshe, saying, Speak to the children of Israel, and you shall say to them to make a tzitzit on the corners of their garment throughout their generations, and to put a blue cord in the tzitzit of the corner. And it shall be to you for a tzitzit, and you shall see it, and shall remember all the commands of Yahweh, and shall do them, and not search after your own heart, and your own eyes after which you went whoring, so that you remember, and shall do all my commands, and be set apart unto your Elohim. I am Yahuwah your Elohim, who brought you out of the land of Mitzrayim. To be your Elohim, I am Yahuwah your Elohim. So again, right, God commands us this, and there's no specific way to tie these, right? That's why we're going to see multiple videos. I'll just go ahead and pull these up real quick. Right, these are different. I don't know what we want to call these, but anyway, we're going to work on these today. So, let's begin. When we do this, I braided our pink, black, and white cord all the way through, except for obviously in the knots there. So, in the DNA there is braided pink, black, and white. So with that, I left these tails a little long. I figure whoever gets them can cut it to whatever length they want. But when we make these, when we're cutting these strings, I cut the pink, the black, and the white all to 36 inches. Right, so these 3 are to 36 inches. Just lining them up real quick. And then the blue cord is to 60 inches. Now obviously, if you didn't want your tail anywhere near that long, you can shorten that up and probably by, I'd probably say 2 inches on everything. So you could probably go 34 and 58 if you wanted to. But for easy tying at the end, 36 and 50. 60. 36 and 50, 60. Okay, so I have a comfortable middle on that one. Find the middle on our blue string. Okay. And that's basically even throughout, right? So there's our middle, roughly, give or take. We're going to cut back just a couple. That's 1 inch, roughly. We're going to cut just a little bit more. So probably right about there. We're going to braid to ourselves. So with this, obviously, right, this loop braid can look a little funny whenever you're doing it, whenever you're making it, because you're going to have 2 with 1 and 1 with 2. And it's going to look a little weird sometimes. So don't fret. It'll be okay. But this is going to be the way we do it. We're just going to braid. I hope everybody's having a wonderful day. Probably clip most of this or speed through it. Something. I love you. Make sure you tell somebody else you love them. I messed up there somewhere. What went wrong here? No, I'm doing okay. We're all right. I'm doing all right. I think so. What's going on here? Maybe I'll definitely cut this out. There it goes. Okay. Don't know what happened there. Something got funky though. If you're eyeballing this like I am, that gap there looks rough. It'll be okay. And by gap, I mean that's spacing compared to these. It's not quite what we want, but it'll be okay. It's all going to come out in the wash. I think that's going to be good enough. Let me just see real quick. Maybe a little bit more, but we'll probably have to do it from the other way. Okay, do just a couple more. See what we got. Kind of worky we got going on over here. We're gonna have to fix that. That's rough. Something's off there, but we are just about par, just about even. So I'm just gonna come back. We're gonna clip down the side we've been braiding. Just like that. Yeah. The short I made, I had to flip this thing around because I just could not. I don't know, something happened somewhere and I had to flip it upside down. So maybe I'll have to do the same thing here. I don't know. Oh, look at that. That's beautiful. Okay. Dang. Sorry. Hopefully I'm a good editor and don't ruin all this. Come on. Pull tight. Dang it. Okay. You know what? We're just going to come from back up here. We're just going to make loose. You know what? I just realized I started doing this backwards now because you can see that the blue straight is not on the outside here. But now it is. But it's okay. That will be fine. That loose bit that we had was not. So you win some, you lose some. Okay. Couple more. I'll call that good as long as the thing looks good. Our meeting point looks okay. Yeah, it's a little off. That's okay. Just braid the other side now. Try not to unravel it as much as I did beforehand, if at all. Yeah, try not to do it at all, honestly. Okay, what's going on here? Yeah, that's good. Well, I think that's gonna do it. Yep, I like that much better. Okay, tie this into a knot. Sorry, I'm really getting used to this whole concept of like, make sure it's in the frame, etc., etc., etc. So, if I'm not doing a good job, please forgive me. I am conscious of it. I'm trying to do better. And I am absolutely more than open to suggestions, tips, tricks, and anything you guys think. As far as anything goes. Also, color schemes, right? This is not my choosing. This is my wife's choosing. If you have ideas, leave some comments. Please, please. Even if you don't want one, just color schemes. What do you think would be a cool idea? Alright, so we want our blue to be on the outside. So how do we achieve that? Well, we excavate it from the area. Or expedite it, extradite it. I don't know. Get it out of there. 1, 2, 3. Let's mix the colors. Here we go. And then we'll do black and white down the middle. We'll braid this just as we braided the thing, but this will be easier because we're just going for a little bit. Now, again, there is no how many times do you have to do this? How many times should you do it? Can I do it all the way? You know, but it's really just up to you. It's really up to you. It really is. There's not. We just read the thing. I'll tell you what. There's multiple ways you can tie this thing. I intended to make a series out of this, and I am, of different ways to tie it. So this makes 2 at this point in time. This will be number 2. When I find the next one, I will do my best to find a verse other than Numbers to quote for the next video. Alright, so as you can see, we've braided that. It doesn't have to be a lot, right? Because I'm not doing a lot. But what I'm going to do is follow this 10, 5, 6, 5 thing, which is Yod Hey Vav Hey. The numbers correlate in Hebrew. Maybe they don't. You know, I'm not that smart. I'll do some research on that too before I just keep speaking on stuff. But this is what I've been told. This is what I follow. So for me, I'm going to make 10 of these little loops, and then I'll knot it. And then I'll make 5 of them. Then I'll knot it, and I'll make 6 of them. And then I'll knot it, and then I'll make 5 of them. And then we'll knot it, and we'll put a little bedazzler on there, and then we'll knot it. And that'll be called a day. I'll be ready to go. But the way we do this, we have our 2 blue strings. Right hand is going to come underneath. Okay. See that? And then go that. Right. This is our right string that I have in my hand. It's going to cross over. Okay. So it's over the left string. I'm going to take our left string. I'm going to feed it through the loop. Right. Okay. And I'm going to pull. Alright, what do we got going on here? What shenanigans is happening? Okay. There we go. That's one. I like to keep them a little tight. But again, you don't have to when you do this, right? You could space them out. Right string under, and then over. Left string through the hole. Okay, have to alter our threads to get this helix going pretty good, but that's okay. Don't be afraid to change which orientation they're from. Alright, this one was just over there, now it's over here. So, again, This is just going to be what we do, guys. You know, it's honestly fairly simple. If you've got enough time to do it, which, you know, on a Shabbat, it's easily doable. There we can start to see it really starting to give that shape, that twist. I'll turn it back over here in a second. Also, this board is not magnetic, right? My stand is just metal, so the chip clip is catching on behind it. That's why it's holding on so good. Alright, has anybody been counting? Because I haven't. I think I'm at 7. Let's count. 1, 2. I'll bring it up here for you. And that whole in frame stuff, Charlie. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay. So we got 9 and 10 to deal with. It's looking good. I like it. It's 9. That makes 10. So now we'll take and we'll keep it that way. Unbraid just enough to the back side. 1, 2. Take him like 1, 3. Oh, that's a good one too. Okay, and now we're going to tie our knot. Left over right, right over left. Sorry. Left over right, right over left. Okay. Now, we'll separate our blue again. Give it... You know what? We'll do that. Do that like that. This one, I always over braid. I mean, it never fails, but this is only 5, and after doing 10, you're like, oh, you're gonna do a lot. That's probably enough, honestly. Okay. Again. Right string goes under and then over. Left string goes through the hole. And then I'm just going to try and get my first little knot to look like it's going to be the next piece of that helix, right? So, right under, over, through. That makes 2. This is 3. 4. 5. Now, if you didn't see that, or if you haven't been recognizing, paying attention, right, I am kind of giving it a little flick every once and again. If it's just straight up and down, just give it a little push, give it a little turn, make it look good. Right, but it's plenty. We're done. We're gonna double count them just for fun. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3. Good enough. Now I'm not unbraiding it all the way to where the undo would be inside the DNA braid. Some of that's just because I want it to hold tight. Okay. So this one we're going to do 6. But again, we really don't need much to get this helix going, unless you're making big ones. At which point, teach their own, really. That's why I'm like, I don't know how you got here, don't know how you're finding this. That's why I'm really making these, so that way you can do this yourself. Let's just go ahead and flip that joker over. Six. Goodness, I'm so sorry. I'm banging all over the place. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. 3, 3. Right. Right over left. Pull the blue strings away. Ooh, I guess we'll have all white on one side. Again, we're only going to do 5 this time. Very, very short, simple, sweet. We'll go over this side. All right. Under, over, and through. And the way this is looking, it's going to be easier this way. Under, over, and through. Three. Under, over, and through. 4. Under, over, and through. For 5. Right? 1, 2, sorry. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Alrighty. Left over right. Right over left. Didn't tie very well for some reason. Right over left. Alright, and then today, with these fancy pansies, I'm going to put a little fancy pantsy schmancy diamond ring thinger on there. Gem socket thing. Maybe. Oh. Goodness. What's wrong today? All the other ones went on so swimmingly. Nice. Doggone low power mode stopped the recording, but we got it on there. I recognized what was going on. Now we just got to tie that. So, yay for editing. kind of see that little string there, so we'll just start pulling until we get everything nice and tight. Alright, that's everything there. That looks beautiful. Show you rotates. How about that? Alright, well. Thanks for joining me today. I hope you enjoy it, and I hope you've got some ideas for a color scheme yourself. Be safe, take care, and as always, may God bless you.